If you're involved in the after-school dismissal process at your school, then you know it can be difficult to effectively track students as they're dismissed from their classrooms to their after-school activities, and as they're ready to be picked up by their parents when the activity ends. Recording arrival and checkout times by hand or with simple spreadsheets, then using that information to track billing, can result in missing information and headaches for your staff. CurbSmart's after-school module is designed to make this process easier and more reliable. With CurbSmart, teachers will know which of their students are scheduled for after-school activities. After-school counselors can easily take attendance when students arrive at their activity. And as parents arrive to pick up their children, CurbSmart records the date, time, and parent name all with one click of a button. This video will show you how the after-school module in CurbSmart can transform your after-school system. At the end of the school day when dismissal begins, teachers will log into their CurbSmart account to see the list of their students who are assigned to an after-school activity. These students will preload on the inside admin screen according to the teacher's filtered view. As students are released to the after-school activity, teachers will press the green Release button, which will remove the student from the teacher's inside admin screen and move them to the After-School tab. Schools can choose to bypass this release step, in which case the students who are assigned to each activity will preload on the after-school page instead. On the After-School tab, students will appear on the right with a check-in button when they are released from the inside admin. Or if your school chooses to bypass that step, all assigned students will appear at the start of dismissal. The after-school counselor or staff member will press the check-in button next to the student's name to indicate the student has arrived at the activity. The student will show a checked-in status next to their name once the staff member has checked them in. The staff member can also enter the student's placard number or search by student name to check in the student. This is also helpful if the staff member needs to check a student in who wasn't pre-assigned to the activity, or if the list of students on the right is especially long. Note that the After-School tab can be filtered so that the counselor or staff member of a specific activity will only see his assigned students. As parents arrive to pick up their student, your school can opt to have a staff member enter the parent's placard number in the Checkout tab to signal the parent's arrival. Or your school can give access to parents to check in from the CurbSmart Parent app. With the staff member option, the staff member will enter the placard of the arriving parent on the Checkout tab on the after-school screen. The staff member will confirm the students and select the adult who is picking up the student before pressing Confirm. If the parent checks in from the CurbSmart Parent app, the parent will see a green Check-in button on the home screen. The parent will press this button once they've arrived on site, and depending on your school setup, they'll follow any prompts to select their students or choose the pickup location. Whichever method is used, when the entry of the parent is confirmed, the student's name will move to the top of the list in the after-school screen with a red Release button. Counselors can turn on notifications and alerts so they are notified when the parent arrives. Counselors will press the Release button to indicate the student is released from the activity. At this point, the student will disappear from the list and be considered released in CurbSmart. Another option is that your school can add an additional step in the release process by adding the Sign Out button. This option is intended for those who want the parent to confirm the student is signed out. When this option is enabled, the Release button will turn to a yellow Sign Out button when pressed. Another staff member will be at the exit with the parent and will press the Sign Out button once the student is released to the parent. The staff member can confirm the approved adult who is picking up the child. Activity rosters and reports for check-in, dismissal, and sign-out history can be found in the admin site under Reports. Each report can be filtered by student and viewed for a specified time frame. Reports can be downloaded as a PDF or CSV file as well. This concludes the product tour. Be sure to check out our other tutorials for information on setting up the activities and more. Thank you for watching.